Whew. Wow. Thank you. It's an honor to receive this award. But first things first, this isn't just me. To the 14 guys on my team, the great coaching staff, you guys made this happen as much as I did. Thank you. But most of all, this is for all of you. It's an honor to receive this award in front of the greatest fans in the world. Your support means so much to me. And of course, Mama, Dad, Yvette, CC. I love you guys. This is for you too. But now, it's time to go out there and win this game.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round one, game one. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Eastern Conference battle is always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. And many happy returns of Thaddeus Young, now healthy and hale and hearty and in the lineup and ready to roll.
That was a short leave of absence, and he's back in the fold now, Kevin. We'll see if he can pick right up where he left off.
And in the grand scheme of things, that injury, not that big a deal. A little bit longer, and it may have this.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. They've got Woolridge. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Johnson. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Love the pass to Irving. Back to Love. Cleveland gets it back. LeBron left side. There's the pass to Jay. Woolridge against Irving.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Johnson kicks to Lopez. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Johnson. Good on the shot. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
James dishes to Pachulia. Jay, and they wasted no time getting those 2 points back. Jay's got his second bucket tonight.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Now here's Woolridge. The feed to Lopez. At the teardrop, Woolridge's shot is off.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Love. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Johnson outside. Out to the wing. Feeds it to Lopez.
That's a wall.
It's good.
You
And he
do
drew
it.
contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The Cavaliers trailing. Jay. The rebound by Young.
And sometimes we all just want to show people what we have already.
Yeah, speaking from experience, we already know how good his range is. he shouldn't be firing from that deep. That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Outside, Woolridge. Inside. Shot is no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And they're moving it up. There's the bucket. Good.
Come on, let's bring it.
And it's 9 points for Freak. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's trailed by 3. Got a piece of it. And they're pushing it up by himself. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, that's why they're on the lead.
hear you.
Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Vanessa on 3 of 5, shooting the ball so far. Johnson kicks to Lopez. Here's Nevsky. And that's collected by Love.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
No one near James as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Woolridge. Kicks to Young. And he banks in the layup. Young's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair. Teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass to Jay. It falls for the sixth time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
And usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Woolridge. Great D that time from Irving. Cleveland leading by 8. The drive by LeBron. That pushes it to double digits. James has got 5 points so far.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle that, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here's Woolridge. That doesn't go either for Woolridge.
No other way to put it, just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Here's Jay, kicks it out to James, and out of bounds. Gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Woolridge. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 12. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. He sat down with Freak to discuss his MVP season and what winning the award means to him. Mark no doubt a
best player in the league, Kevin. MVP, because they follow his lead, and if they're going to win it and get this victory, he's got to play like the MVP.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Jay in at shooting guard. LeBron and Thompson are up front. Amon Shumpert is out there with Udrich. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Inside. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Woolridge following the score by Cleveland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misfires on the corner 3. Passes it to Jay. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
It's the Nets now. 15-point game. Dishes to Woolridge. Here's Mahimi. The Cavaliers pull it in. Here's Jay. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Hollis Jefferson passes to Mahimi. Here's Patterson. Good on the baseline, Jay.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
A different look
Spacing.
now for Cleveland. Love check in for Shumpert. And the first half is now.
Hey, Kevin, I've got you.
Okay, guys, listen up. We're on the brink of a big win here. If we can build on the positives and eliminate the negatives, this is critical. At the offensive end of the floor, it's been a very intelligent display. We're hitting our shots because we're only taking smart shots, and that's the way we want to do it. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. We've got a very clear job to do, and only one half to do it.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs.
Just absolute domination in this one for Jay. 18 points and 2 steals.
And we've all watched him just be an unstoppable force here tonight.
Well, nothing they've done on the defensive end has been able to slow him down. I mean, he's doing exactly what he wants to when he wants to do it.
And Brooklyn looking who they've got. They've got Johnson. Young out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Woolridge. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you. Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Screen by Young. Woolridge dishes to Lopez. The jump hook and off the front iron, and in it goes. Lopez has got 9.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pachulia kicks to Irving. Here's Jay, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Nets trail by 19. Johnson with it. 17 points in the game. Outside, Woolridge. The dish to Young. 5 to Lopez. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
On the wing, James. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Here's Woolridge. Ball's knocked loose. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Jay, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's the screen. From deep. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 6 assists in the game.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
And you gotta get loud. Come on, let's have a round of applause for the Cavalier girls. Well, that's a collection of assassins you see on your screen right there. Just deadly. They were the most accurate shooting guards in the regular season. Freak number 1.
His shooting has been off the charts. I mean, especially given that he typically operates away from the basket. Those aren't all layups he's knocking down.
Yeah, and he's got such a nice, soft touch inside or outside. And,
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
yeah,
Wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
There's the pick. Now here is Woolridge. Patterson passes to Woolridge. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots it. Patterson can't get it to go.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Irving against Woolridge. Inside. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 7 points in the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Cavaliers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
That's good. Jay's got 38 points.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Irving against Woolridge. Patterson a screen on Irving. And Woolridge kicks to Mahimi. Clock at 6. Here's Nevsky. They grab their own miss. Mahimi's shot is good.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside. You got it.
The pass to Jay. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 41 points for free.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Steps back and fires. Woolridge's shot is off.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
And as we conclude the third quarter, Welcome back as we get set to continue. Hayes checked in for the Cavaliers. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Jay in a 2-guard. Pachulia is out there with Rozier. Then it's Smith. And it's Rivera in at the 4 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Rozier the pass to Jay. He feeds it to Smith. Pass to Jay. From deep. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. To the middle. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now Cleveland moving it up. There's the lob to the hoop. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now Johnson. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Jay's got 46 points. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Jay. Brooklyn with the rebound.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Johnson dishes to Lopez. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Amon Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. And that one's good, Shumpert.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Screen by Young. Off the screen. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
They get the rebound. Lopez. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down, and what will be a win here in Game 1 of the series for the Cavaliers.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Jay. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Here's Harrison. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
Next ball.
And Udrich, he's checked in for Rozier. Then for the Nets, Stone's checked in, and it's Jordan Adams in for Woolridge. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Adams. That one wide left.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And Thompson kicks to Shumpert. Jay. The long distance three is buried. Jay's got 55. Harrison passes to Stone. Here's Hollis Jefferson. They set the screen. Three-pointer. Yep, it's good.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance, and what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He was completely on a different level tonight, and his insane point total tells us that. Trust me, it's not easy to get that many points in this league, but he had their number tonight, and the coach did a great job of continuing running plays for him.
And that will wrap up this round one broadcast of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. For Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Playoff game 1 now, history. Time for game 2 of this series here on 2K Sports. We're in the first round. Shaquille O'Neal is here, so is Kenny the Jet Smith. I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers, they were very effective in asserting their will in game 1, which turned into a blowout. And they seem to have a mental edge going into game 2. And after winning game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen. I'm a little overconfident.
You're overconfident? Yeah. Overconfident about what?
Because they're higher speed. They've got to protect their home court advantage. So I kind of know what's going to happen in this game. I'm a little overconfident.
You know, they need to take the approach like they haven't done anything yet. You know, the series doesn't really start until a team wins on the road. So they'll be.
A buzz in the air in the sold-out Quicken Loans Arena. Round 1 of the East rolls on. Game 2 just about ready to tip off. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Take a look at the Cavaliers. A successful outing in game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take game 2 on their home court.
And this is the game that gives them a chance to put the hammer down. I mean, if they can build on their game 1 win with another one tonight, they'll have a stranglehold on this series.
Well, if you flip the script, though, a loss tonight in their home court advantage evaporates. And that would put a ton of pressure on them going on the road.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Brook Lopez. Young is out there with Johnson. Then it's Woolridge, Jay. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there.
Here's Nevsky. Good D by Love.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Cavaliers on D. 4-point game. Their offense came out big in Saturday's game.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
The pass to Jay. Ring shot on the way. No luck. The Nets go the other way with it.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Johnson's shot is off. Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Launches it. Free ball falls through. Another from Jay. Jay's got 9.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
To the inside, Nevsky. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
No good from Jay. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Nevsky. It's rebounded by Cleveland. It's tipped. Woolridge, the pass to Young. Johnson left side. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Jay. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And 12 points for Freak.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Johnson. The feed to Lopez. 7-foot shot and misses it off the right side of the rim. Cleveland's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And so he hits both. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And here is Woolridge. Young, a screen on Irving. Lopez, a screen. Pass to Young. 13 feet away. And he gets the bucket.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Let's now go to Doris Burke over across the way, who spoke with Lionel Hollins. And Doris, take it away.
I asked him how his team's mindset was after that opening loss. He told me, we're not down. Our goal is to come in here and take one of the first 2 on the road. So we're still in a position to accomplish what we set out for. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Johnson following the basket by Freak. Lopez, a screen on James. Here's Nevsky. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
No good from Jay.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Feeds it to Young. LeBron grabs the miss. Cleveland leading by 6. Outside Irving. Jay. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Jay's got 17. The Nets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Thanks again, Doris. Pass to Jay. Cleveland moving it around. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Nets trail by 9. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got his first 2 points of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Mahimi. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Passes it to Jay. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one. Nets have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. High arcing shot, can't get it to go.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
And he gets it to go.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers on top, leading by 14. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership. Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Patrick Patterson is out there with Johnson. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then it's Woolridge. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2-guard spot. J.R. Smith's checked in for Iman Shumpert. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Nets. Smith comes in for Patrick Patterson. Nets trail by 16. Johnson with it. Now Smith defending. Lopez a screen. Johnson attacking. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in. Johnson's got his second basket.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Inside, here's Jay, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Udrih with the excellent feed that time.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Smith outside. Johnson the screen. Woolridge the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Pachulia, he's checked in for Cleveland. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Now the pass to Jay. He dishes it to Pachulia. Lets it go with the 3. No luck. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets got down to business. He had 55 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on the roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. Second, the Cavaliers.
I think this is one of the reasons this team is where they are right now. They are very opportunistic and aggressive, not just in causing turnovers, but in converting them.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Smith. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. No good from Jay.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Here's Woolridge. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Woolridge has got his second bucket tonight. The Cavaliers leading by 10. from about 16, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. That's now 26 points for Freak. The Nets have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Lopez a screen. Johnson attacking, and it's blocked. And they're able to recover. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Jason Smith. Timeout. Fans, you gotta get loud. Come on, let's have a round of applause for the Cavaliers.
And Cleveland making a change here. Irving's checked in. The Nets making a switch here. And here are the Cavaliers now. At one point, they led by 16. Jay, guarded by Woolridge. To the paint. Here's Jay.
Just absolute domination in this one for Jay. He's got 26 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Nets trail by 12. The dish to Woolridge. Lopez outside. Here's Nevsky. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
The shot's good from James.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Irving against Woolridge. Lopez, a screen on Irving. And Woolridge kicks to Lopez. No good with the layup. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Here's Jay. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 34 points for Freak.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Puts it up. And again, it's Cleveland.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Mon Shumpert has come in for LeBron. The Nets also changing it up. Mahimi's checked in for Lopez. Patterson comes in for Jason Smith. And Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Thaddeus Young. Here's Shumpert. And he misses the fast break layup.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
.27 seconds left to play in the first half. Looking to end the run. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the work.
Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Kev.
Here's Woolridge, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I'll tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cavaliers on top, running away.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
Welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round one matchup. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, you just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Jay out there with Irving, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, down low. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
And that's how the coach will draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Screen by Young, and Woolridge kicks to Young. Good on the 13-footers. Young's got his second basket of the game.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
To the inside. Stolen by Woolridge. Lopez dishes to Johnson. Nevsky. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. He's got 8.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Here's Jay. No good on the 3. The net shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Nevsky covered by Irving. Cleveland leading by 23. LeBron James on the wing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. James has got 9.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He told them to always have their eyes up, always be looking for passing lanes and ways to get the ball into the low post. That was the brunt of his message. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And to make it into the postseason, you need a lot of
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Here's a look at the
Spread the
top
floor,
rebounding
up top.
shooting guard.
Spacing.
Regular season.
Spacing.
5th on the list, Freak.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a 2-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
Kicks it to Johnson. Wide open look. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Smith the pass to Jay. Johnson against Irving. Johnson outside. The offensive rebound. And he makes good on the layup. And that's now 6 points here for Thaddeus Young.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
They set the pick. Irving kicks to Pachulia. Back to Irving. 5 on the clock. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Irving's got 8 points.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Dishes it to Young. Johnson at the elbow. Here's Nevsky. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
The shot's good from James.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Johnson outside. It's hauled in by LeBron.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Irving against Johnson. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. And Young, here we go. Hit hard off that pick and finished strong.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
No good from Jay.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Lopez with the steal. Young against Smith. To the inside, Lopez. And stolen by James. Here's Irving. That's tipped. They retain possession. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The shot's good from James.
And that's another three. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Johnson dishes to Lopez. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 12.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish. He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers on top, opening up a huge gap. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And welcome back to the NBA.
Substitution on the court.
26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. They've got Woolridge. Johnson is out there with Patrick Patterson. And there's Ian Mahinmi. Here's Rozier. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Cavaliers foul.
Reach it.
Freak. That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Cavaliers, Nevsky taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. From deep three-point range, on the money. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean,
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of.
And we are still early in the postseason. There's more round one action of the NBA playoffs coming your way. For Shaq and Kenny the Jet Smith and Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew, good night, everybody.